Hello one and all, I am palofgames and welcome to the first Hearthstone Hearth Hour of 2016. Bit out of practice with this video making, but hopefully, things will just click into place like I've never been gone. So, what deck have I got for you this week? Well, it's a bit of an interesting one, I suppose, while still being pretty basic, because it's a deck which is completely made up of nothing but cards with no effect, or I've thrown in a few spells just because I thought it needed some sort of competitiveness to it, because I felt that, sometimes I go over the top with an idea and I know that it will never get a win, so I want to try and get a middle ground, see if some of these cards can, really get somewhere. Now, I have added Ice Rager, not the Flame Rager though, because that card would just be awful in most situations, just due to the low health. But I feel that, what gave me the inspiration for this deck was Pitfighter. I seen it and I thought, that is a really good statted card. And I'd like to see if, if I was to add all these different, varying, ranks and star bait. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Well, I do, but I just don't know how to, come across it. Also, if I win this game, it will be my 500th win. So, that's something to get excited about. Maybe? No? If I win. Be a nice deck to win on, I feel. 500 wins. Winner-roonies. For the wins. It would be quite lame if my 500th win was just someone who just quit out straight away. This is like the halfway point of the season. It's like the 15th something. Yeah, I've not played it. I've just, I fell out of love with Hearthstone. And I don't know what to do about that. So, we're going to want to try and get some lower cost stuff. Frostbolt's fine, gives us a few options. 2-4 costs, that's not great. We're going to need to try and find some of our lower cost stuff. So far, we're getting a lot of 4s. To be honest, I didn't check the curve. It was probably very favourable towards 4s, thinking about it. I've got Oasis Snapjaws, I've got Lost Tall Striders, I've got Chillwind Yetis. They're just the ones I can think up off the top of my head, alongside spells like Fireball and Polymorph. So that's 10 at least. So I am actually a bit more nervous than I should be, because I've realised that, maybe I could have created it a little better. Oh look, another 4. So obviously, maybe I should have looked over it a bit better. But, once we hit that 4, whoa, forget it. He'll think that, hey, I'm totally fine, I've got myself, a Consecrate. Consecrate's going to be, no fun for him. So we're starting off with a nice strong Spider Tank. Another great stat line, 3-4. And what's great about this deck is if it was actually good. I think most of these cards are good. If you was to swap out some of the stuff like Lost Tall Strider and stuff, it's a really nice starter deck really. If you use Chillwind Yetis, bought yourself a couple Spider Tanks, just really try to keep a nice strong on curve deck. Unlike what I've done at the minute. I have got the choice of momentum or taking some stuff out. And I think in this situation, just because he's got a blessing on it, I'm going to. If it wasn't blessed, I probably wouldn't have. But it needs it. I need to try and get control of the board. Otherwise, I would have just kept on curve. Next turn, I'm thinking Oasis Snapjaw just because it's going to favour better against a Paladin. No, it's not good. Stuff like True Silver is not going to be able to deal with it. That being said, Chillwind Yeti is also a good call. And I'm almost tempted to do the Chillwind Yeti because, honestly, unless he's got something like a Consecrate, it's very tricky to get that extra damage in, and he might have to just ignore it altogether for now. Wow, though, I seem to have just jumped into, talking about Hearthstone, and I'm almost gaining enthusiasm for it. So I've been playing a lot of other card games, like the Chronicle one. That's been like a real fun game to play. The RuneScape card game, as well as a game called Duelist, both of which is why I want to like showcase on the channel at some point this month. It's going to be a real card game heavy month for what's left of it, because I also want to get through a lot of the expansion stuff which I missed first time around just because I didn't have the chance. So I don't think that could have gone much worse for us, really. I'm totally fine to kind of give him a free hit back. I think we need to play Oasis though, just because playing Tall Strider would be just a free kill for him, really. Next turn though, we've got a captured Jumunga to consider. Once again, a great card for its stat line, really, I think. But I prefer health over damage any day. But I don't think that went as well as he would have liked it to. And I don't know why he's trading like that. That was a really bad way of trading. Nonetheless, it's given me quite the advantage going into this turn. So Tall Strider plus counter spell, I feel is like a great move. He's likely to be wanting to play a spell here, I feel. Or he'll be flooding the board, one or the other. And I was right, so that counter spell is going to help us out a lot in gaining some momentum and keeping our board as strong as possible. Next turn, there's probably going to be call for a Frostbolt, to be fair. So there's his second spell, so it was a spell heavy turn up, which I was suspecting. It does make me not want to play Ice Rager just because it comes susceptible to that second Consecrate, which he lightly plays. I mean, why wouldn't you play 2 Consecrates? It's not the best Paladin card you can have. I'm thinking Jawmonger's the play here. I mean, who plays Equality anymore? You don't see it a lot now. It's kind of fell out of favour. But it seems I'm versing someone who's not got great taste in cards either, so I'm doing well. I don't know, is Silver Hand somehow good now? I don't think it is. So I've got choices here. I can do 10 damage straight up. I think we start by taking that out. We will do the trade. We will hit for 5 and throw out some annoyances, I suppose. I could have frostbolted there, but I'm feeling that, you know, we're starting to get into that damage range. We've got spells coming up. We've still got 2 fireballs in our deck, as well as this is our second frostbolt. So I think that's it for spells, except for a flame strike. He's got himself an ancient curse in his deck as well now, so that's pretty risky. All in all, it turns out I just played someone who's pretty trash, so I've been alright. Equally, you probably think the same about me. So I've got 16 damage, easy peasy, no troubles. Da-da-da. 500 wins is how many I've achieved. 500. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boom shakalaka. What a pretty card, eh? That's nice. That's nice. So, let's play one more. Why not? Before we go on to try out the Tavern Brawl. I don't know how long that game went. Probably too long. I just want to see if, you know, he's actually legit, or whether, you know, I just got really lucky, which is how I'm feeling right now. Plus, I want to show off my new, like, Goldie. That's 2 Goldens now I've got.
You asked for it.
So I'm thinking, what's best? I think Fireball would probably want to keep. It just gives us more options. Got a very spell heavy hand this time around. Not complaining too much. Would be nice to have a 2 cost. The reason I picked Mage is just because, one, mainly for the spells, but also because, you know, it's just the most effective hero power in my opinion. For that, like, them. You'd be surprised how many times it just comes in handy as a utility. So we're kind of starting to set up for later game, like that. Once we get into like mid game, it's a lot easier. And if he's unable to like play anything good, we're okay. Like next time, I'm thinking Spider Tank's the way to go. Ah. Does that change my opinion at all? Kind of. I'd be lying if I didn't say it was kind of annoying. I suppose I just play out my own Spider Tank, which kind of has the same stats. So, the advantage is almost to me because of the Fire Blast. The best he could hope for is to use his totem for a heal. Or, spell-wise, I'm trying to think of something what would give him that illustrious 4 damage. Crackle would, but I'm almost thinking that that's like almost a little risky. Also, it could like overkill. So I might be reluctant to play a Crackle, as well as it overloading him again.
What to do?
Very unsure. Oh great, he's DC'd. No, he hasn't. He does Crackle. Come on, 3 damage. Ah, overkill. Kind of my only move here is then to Frostbolt. And hope he doesn't get a totem. Because that would actually ruin my day. That's why I was reluctant to do it last time. Or just reincarnate. Well, I would say that's almost, you know, I'm kind of okay with that. I feel that card's becoming a real annoyance, and I almost want to fireball it. Because I'm not okay with it sticking around. It's just, he's trying to give it way more than it needs to as far as like wanting it around, so it does worry me a bit. It does seem like a bit of a waste equally, but I've got 2 polymorphs in hand, so I'm not too worried. Now I can start to build a board. I've got polymorphs, so that next time I can kind of eradicate piloted shred if he doesn't hit straight into my 5/6. Phew. Although I would have preferred to just hit into it myself, but this is going to be a tough game to kind of come back from. And most of the time I suppose I expect it to happen like that.
There is a lot at stake.
And now he's going to start really getting somewhere with his his totems. So once again, I'm doing the same old stuff. Next time I'm thinking Boulder Fist Ogre, River Crocolisk. Flame Strike would actually be great. It would really put me back into the game. Or a Frost... Yeah, I mean, Flame Strike here would actually probably put me in a really good stead in terms of putting me in a chance to win it. Right now I'm not confident. If I don't get a Frostbite, I've lost anyway, so I need a Flame Strike, really. And that's what happens when you don't get a Flame Strike, so that's easily enough. There's nothing I can do but show off some cards. So that's 1-on-1. Not great. As always with Hearthstone Half Hour, we always like to finish off with the the Tavern Brawl of the week. And apparently it's a return of Mechazod, so I can't wait. Get myself a pack. Funnel cakes. That's what we need to do. Mechazod needs to go down like a sack of potatoes. So the way it would seem it works is that I need to try and amass as much spell damage as possible. And he's come up with a genius idea in that he's going to get us keep healing.
Jade Serpent guide you.
Heal into oblivion. Until we win. Lord Walker, of course, is dead now. So, shame for him. Truly a big shame. He probably could have been utilised a lot better later on, but there you go.
Class.
Bless him, he had more cakes.
Elune, guide my lance.
Won't get to know about that now. There's another 6 damage coming in, taking people down. So Jungle Moonkin, great and all, but you know it's a bit early for him, I would have said. Given that I'm only at 6. But he's doing some more himself, so that's okay then.
I'm ready to learn.
So on my turn, due to the amount of creatures he's got, I'm going to go with spell damage coming in at you. And just see how he reacts. I've got protection in the form of animated armor, so I'm not too worried. Let's see if he can do a lot of damage here. It's looking possible for him to like really put a dent in Mechazod. And following it up with Trogzor. Right. So we're gonna go with... Do we want Leroy now? Maybe draws better. I don't actually know what's best to do here. I suppose animated armor? I don't know. And now I'm just hoping he has a way of protecting his druid for a turn. He needs to be able to. I'm worried. There we go, healing touch. Back in the game. Oh, shame. So I got a pyroblast. Jenkins. That'll get us somewhere, at least. So we're protected for at least a turn, that's good. Now hopefully you can like, have another Savage roleplay lined up. That's the hope. Let's see what he can pull out of the bag. Come on, Janus. Janus. If you haven't got a Savage Roar, don't attack. He is as well. That's so foolish if he's got... Okay, Force Nature, now that's fair enough. Makes me less worried about, you know, why he'd done that. I would have waited, obviously, because you'd have got more spiders, but, you know. Can't do things completely perfect all the time. And then basically lose the next turn to Pyroblast. Oh yeah. Ow! Win of the game. We end with a pack opening. We get to open a pack. It is a basic pack, but you know, it's a pack nonetheless. No. Just a rare. Just a rare. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this Hearthstone half hour. Expect a lot more card game commentary stuff coming in the next few weeks. And other than that, thank you for watching and goodbye.